Greetings and the best of salutations. That will be peace, prayer, power, patience, and prosperity. Today's topic of discussion or expression is keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. We are born into a condition individually as we come out of our mother's womb that we had no control of. Placed in a situation, surrounded by circumstances consequently due to some previous activity that has taken place. Life is a living memorial for everyone. All that exists has a reason for being here on this plane of existence. For the humans that has been given to us is our faculties, our ability to reason, our ability to think, our ability to reflect, our ability to meditate, our ability to use our hands, our ability to make the best of our faculties in the use of our limbs. Better yet, we as humans, what's been given to us is to utilize at its best our human emotions as well as our logic. What do I mean by one's human emotions? I mean the manner and the way in which we interact with this creation and the manner and way in which we interact with one another. Even when individuals as humans are at its most susceptible and most vulnerable, still it is required upon us to use our faculties, our extremities, and our in the best of ways for the betterment of humanity and all of creation, and to be a good steward of um, of this life in which we physically are temporarily here. So there is no need for humans to take advantage of another human being when he or she is vulnerable and susceptible. Only because that damage that has been done to that human being has been done to his or her humanity. But yet, if due to the condition that has not been changed when it comes to one's attitude and one's behavior, is something that inside an individual that will cause injury, hurt, harm, and danger. Something must be removed. A attitude must change. I like when it comes to in regards to people who may experience some trauma in life, and due to some vile behavior, they see themselves in disguise, disguising as if they have worth, while at the same time showing little worth toward another. Yes, that is masquerading, because he or she has not yet learned to deal with his own insecurities and feelings of inadequacy, so they try to make up for it by doing bodily harm or emotional harm to another human being. Better yet, this do not do it to yourself. But the point that I'm making is that it says make fair seeming seem good. That which we make to be good is not good, and we make that which to be natural is unnatural. For example, if one has been physically abused in any manner, in any way, emotionally abused in any manner, in any way, then that becomes the norm. Uh, and that's for me, that is not the norm. That is unnatural. Um, but some would say, well, who's to say that which is natural and that which is norm? If you physically abuse someone, if you emotionally abuse someone, take advantage of their vulnerability, exploit them, manipulate them, participate in all type of vile behavior, and create an environment that helps to perpetuate and promotes that, then there is something psychologically, mentally wrong with that particular individual's thinking. I don't know where the society is, and I am not trying to get uh, caught up in it or consumed by it, but I see where is humanity at this stage of technology, science, literature, art, education, uh, politics, religion. Where is society? Is it at its the thinking? Is it at its end? Because I see more and more of ecstatics or external therapy, where there is no internal therapy. It seems as though that we have many society have been turned over to a narrative of self-aggrandizement, um, and in that narrative of self-aggrandizement, narcissistic, um, is I'm trying to figure out what type of thinking, what type of you can tell the mentality of one's psychology by what he or she produces. We determine that which is normal is really not normal when it comes to the developing the intellect for the betterment of humanity, that's not driven by greed, that's not driven by power, that is not driven by corruption, that is not driven to undermine, underdevelop, devalue, deplete, degrade, demean, demise, and disrespect for each other as a humanity. The science, the technology, the politics, the religion, the education, and so forth and so on. He or she, who are we using these things with the right attitude? Do we have the right attitude? Do we have the best intentions in order to bring out the best in developing one's intellect for the betterment of one's humanity? Not so the point that uh, that you, in your intelligence, that your intelligence becomes, pimped and becomes like intellectual, intellectual prostitute. And I'm not trying to degrade anything. I'm just using this term to make a point because you have sold your intelligence for material gain, for privilege, for power, for prestige, for prominence, or for profit, and not to benefit the people and development of the intellect for the betterment of humanity in the best of ways. I was looking at something in regards to an artist and her life, and she had got physically abused, and raped, and it made her to be. It says it made her to become very promiscuous. If she's accepted that as that has become like accepted as the norm, but it is not the norm to be mentally, physically raped, to be mentally and physically abused. That is not the norm. That is not a normal thing to do. And we must not accept it as if it is so. It is not normal for people to live in an environment, in a hostile environment, in a culture that is where there is, uh, uh, illicit drugs everywhere. That is not normal. There is a struggle. I struggle, but it is not normal. It is not normal for individuals to be at each other's throat. It is not normal to ridicule another human being. It is not normal to misuse the intellect, the education, the devices, the technology, the science, the politics, the religion, to use that against people and sell the people cheap and belittle the people. It's not normal, man. But we think that is normal because this is what we have accepted. This is that we have been conditioned and programmed to say that this is normal. But what about coming into peace? What about coming into understanding of balance? What is about coming into generosity? What is it about coming into being of kindness? What is it about what is it of coming into a government within self? What is it of coming into a egalitarian society? There are many people who came and advocated for justice, even though that's a theory. But we're talking about a balanced life, a moral just society. Is that a utopia? Who's behind the scenes calling the shots? Who? And what government perpetuates and promotes hostility, poverty, war, racism, chaos, corruption, confused, turmoil, demeaning, degrading, dividing, division amongst human beings. How can someone else's heaven on this plane of existence is contingent upon putting someone else and making someone else live in hell? How is that? Too much is given, much is required. Man, I tell you, man, it's that one's intentions, man, is judged by your actions. Deeds repeat themselves, becomes habits. It's a beautiful thing for this habitat to be inhabitable with the right oxygen and air to breathe, but yet somehow or another, people who have developed the wrong attitude in their experiments in technology and science, whatever, they try to make it uncomfortable for you to live in this environment that is inhabitable for us to live in the air that is breathed. And even the water that is to be drinking. Someone is trying. Is the water? Why would the water be poisoned, contaminated? Who? What comes out of the mind of that? What? Who? What comes out? What comes out? What does a person gain from that? Huh? What does he get? What does a person get out of that? But I tell you, I'm telling you, that is being checked. There must be something that we cannot see that is putting forth a fight against that type of attitude, against that type of thinking, against that type of behavior. There's no need to wander around aimlessly without guidance and without purpose. Each minute, each second, each days, hour, none of it's not promised, man. So we must have something to live for, something to strive for, and we must be continue to be optimistic, and we must keep on pushing for the development of one's intellect, for the betterment of humanity, uh, because that which uh, have been, when we get diluted and polluted, uh, mentally deranged, visually impaired, and unable to listen with reason, that means that for the most part, we have become mentally deranged. So keep on pushing, because if you don't push, nothing is going to happen. And may we continue to strive in the best of ways for the betterment of humanity. Yes. So we see that that which we deem to be normal is not normal when it comes to um, hurt, harm, and danger, and hostility, animosity, corruption, turmoil, chaos, confusion, and disrespect toward each other, and at the same time insulting the intelligence of each other by saying that you mean good to help, whereas that it is the opposite. And Just a lot of work, man. Just a lot of work. Keep on living, man. Keep on living. Keep on striving, and keep on pushing. Common humanity mission: promote the values of self-worth. Communicate is a precision and clear image to the world through 5 channels of communication: through understanding, tolerance, temperament, confidence, and respect. Cultivate the mandate is to cultivate the potential of knowledge that is in us all. I always say give to the gift of social literacy, and Cash App is CH Mission, CH Mission. I want to thank each and every individual who have just took the time at least to subscribe, um, and then those who have not subscribed and listen. Give thanks to the national community, local community, as well as the international community for international cooperation and global solidarity. International cooperation, global solidarity. In addition to that, I always say that adequate cooperation leads to proper communication, and that's how you effectively coordinate your power. And when you have solidarity, laws of physics, when someone, when you can exact the same force that someone exact on you, they will proceed coming at you with caution. That's respect. And in the words of Dr. Francis Quest Wilson, if people don't respect themselves, they won't protect themselves. May we respect the faculties that has been given to us, the creation that has been given to us, the use of our limbs that have been given to us, that our heart, uh, our everything that has been given to us has been given to us. And may we use it in the best of ways for the development of our intellect and for the betterment of humanity, the air that we breathe, the breath that we take, the eyes that we're able to see, the tongue that we're able to speak. We speak, many people speak many different languages, but the language of the universe speaks one language, and that's the language of frequency. May we transmit the energy. In the words of Bob Marley, we cannot live the negative way, so make way for the positive day. Make it anew. It's all on me. It's all on you. Until next time, the teachers of teachers, the preachers of preacher, when it comes to reverence from the heart, Rem Walimu, Kevin, talk to you.